Morning. It's our update video. This is Christmas, December the 25th, 2024. And I wanted to show you, normally we don't work on Christmas Day other than feed animals and stuff, but we're behind. But a win is in sight. We're getting close. So we're hoping to pull plastic today over the top of the tunnel and finish the last end wall. But I thought while I was waiting on everybody else to get down here, they're bringing the side-by-side that's got our screws and stuff in it, blah, blah, blah. I would give y'all a tour, show you what we've done. So this is the last end wall that we have to cover. You will see up here, this is framed out for a shutter. So that'll be a temperature controlled shutter. And on the other end down there, that is framed out for the fan. And this is framed out for a man door in case we ever want one. We did not do two man door openings in the other tunnel. And after building it, we just got to thinking, even though we're not going to put a door in this right now, we'll have it for later when we decide to, because I'm sure we will. There's been a few times we wished that other tunnel over there had a door in this end, but we didn't do it. So you'll see that I have already got the wiggle wire channel around this door. Now that would not have to be there if it wasn't a door. That is there for when we get ready to open this. We'll just be able to cut the plastic and it'll be ready to go. And you'll see we put a temporary bar at the bottom that is already cut to be able to be removed when we put the door in. I started putting the wiggle wire channel around the roll-up door opening. About fell in the mud. It is slick down here. This clay is slick. So you'll see our braces that we put in here. Now, they tell you your measurements. The key here is make sure you don't try to put it through this clamp. Either go up a little bit or down a little bit. Dodge that clamp. Ours on this end worked out perfect. So this roll-up side still has to be finished. We've got the curtain attached. This one is basically done. We got a couple of small things to do to that side. You'll see it was muddy when we was working, so it got mud on it. So we'll be washing that. Be a little car wash, scrub brush, and water hose. So there's the opening for the fan. Now we ain't cut that out yet because we don't have fans bought. We are planning for the future. Here is our other opening for our man door. You'll see that we don't have that cut out because we're not ready for it yet. That can be done after our final inspection of our tunnel. This is a grant tunnel, so we paid for it up front and they will reimburse us. And then you'll see we've already opened up the opening for the roll-up end door. So we got a door to put up there. And you'll see similar bracing on this side. The difference you'll see is the spacing for this brace came out on that clamp. To measure from the bottom up to where they tell you to, it was going to hit that clamp right there. So we had to move it up. We found that out in the other tunnel. You got to work with what you got. Up here you'll see we got cross braces on every other bow. Now you can option up and get those on every bow, but we went with 4-foot spacing instead of the standard 6-foot, and you can actually do a 5-foot. So we feel like that the bow brace on every other one is good. And that's what we got on the other tunnel, which is a little shorter than this one. This is a 96 footer. It's a 72 footer over there. You'll see the 3 purlins. So those braces work excellent. Now, once we're done, we'll either mulch this in or gravel this in so that every time we go in and out of the tunnel, we're not dealing with a mess. And it's only so bad right now because we had to level the ground. So, roll up sides. Now, I would say we're basically done, but you have a little clearance issues because of the wiggle wire channel here. So we have to bend this bar a bit. And we put the wrong gearbox on the wrong side. So this gearbox has to come back loose and the other one be put on here. That's not a big deal, but it does have to be done. These Atlas roll-up sides work quite well. We've not had any problems out of them on the other one. Some people complained about gearbox failures, but I can tell you that ours has worked perfect. I'm sure eventually the gearbox will fail, but it has worked perfect. Now, watch our videos. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these later in another video. I just wanted to give y'all a little update here. Now, you'll see right here, this is their cap lock. This is their cap lock. You drive it in here to hold this fabric in place. Now, you could use it up here, but since we're not double wall poly on the top, it won't hold one layer in. So we'll be using wiggle wire up here on this top piece. Now, we'll come back and trim some of this excess off. It doesn't need to be there. You'll see these attach with a stainless steel nut. And at the bottom, we use a Tech screw to hold it in. These still have to be trimmed, so gotta cut this fabric off the end, and then these poles will have to be trimmed back. And then we got another same thing here. We got another brace to put up, and we'll have to bend that one and this one to make them clear. And there's a roll-up indoor. We have another one for the other end. So as you can see, this roll-up side is not ready. Now, we temporarily stuck these on so that the curtain wouldn't be blowing in the wind after we got most of it attached at the top. This end is only temporarily attached, but we're done up there. So as soon as we finish, we're over halfway down, we're about 2/3 of the way. We'll finish this end, and then we gotta get our measurements for the center bar that rolls the curtain up and down. And we gotta hang the pole on the bottom. But we'll have to take all these, I don't know what you call them, braces, bows. Anyway, they contain the curtain. We'll have to take all them back off because that was temporary, but we didn't want this flapping in the wind over Christmas while we were doing other things. So that's still got to be taken care of. All right, I've had some people ask about the attachment. So here on the end, it uses a 3/4 clamp. Now these this sticks out a little bit right here. I take a hammer and I drive this in to where this sets flush with the end. Just drive it to where it kind of curves around the top. Okay, we gotta get a little bit done here. There'll be an ending to this video coming up. We got another video posting before this one that should post today, and then this one will be posting just shortly, so you'll see this a couple of days after Christmas. So we gotta get to work. Y'all take care.